Alright, good morning. I am going to do a real quick video. Although this won't be quick. Sorry, this one will take a while because I'm going to stack Juggernaut. Sorry. Stack Juggernaut a fair bit. Just to give you what I'm doing in the execute phase for Fury. Now, I haven't raided on this, I've only done it on the dummy. I can't justify playing Fury while single target arms does so much more damage. When RNG goes your way, RNG doesn't go your way, people will say you can play Fury for anything, but look at logs, look at statistics. Yeah, play whatever you want. Don't tell me that they're on par with one another, because all of the evidence does not support such a claim. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. The execute phase for Fury, I've just done some thinking about it when I finally get to play it in a raid, buffs, balancing. Who knows, eventually it'll be close enough that you can justify doing it. Massacre is what the thing's around. Crit executes give you a free rampage, which give you a free enrage. Enrage, more damage, more attack speed. We all remember, yeah. Enrage, 100% attack speed, 20% more damage taken, and for me, 33% more damage dealt. Okay? So the rampages are important because they enrage you. The next thing is obviously Juggernaut. Every consecutive execute you do, and you've only got a 6-second window to do this, increase your next execute by 5%. What will help this? Sense death. Every so often you'll get a free execute. Okay, awesome. That's that for that. Now, when I execute, yeah, there's I have like a priority system, but it's not a priority system with abilities. It's a priority system with like sort of importance. So first and foremost, not letting this drop is your first, far and away your first priority. Yeah. So that's a combination of you've got to execute every 6 seconds, so you need the rage to execute for every 6 seconds. So there's your first one. Need enough rage to keep pumping this in, and I've got 6 seconds to do it. First priority. If you can't do that, you're not going to do very well here. Mechanics will sort of get in your way with that, but in times where there's no mechanics to get in your way, that's what you got to think about, alright? Okay. Next. Being enraged. Obviously, you ideally want to be executing when you're enraged, and not spending any executes that you don't have to when you're not enraged. So that's number 2. If you're enraged and you've got the rage, so you're on highish rage, they're the moments you're going to sort of back-to-back your executes. And when you're not enraged, that's where you're going to spend your time filling up your rage. So putting in a bloodthirst, spending a free rampage to put yourself back in rage. And while that rampage goes off, you will generate some rage from your auto attacks, alright? The last one is your cooldowns. So when your cooldowns come in, they're your windows where you're going to do big damage. So, you know, your Dragon's Roar, Battle Cry, Odin's Fury, all that sort of stuff. I imagine there's a Juggernaut stack point, where Odin's Fury becomes not worth using. I don't think in a raid you're ever going to hit it. On the dummy you'll hit it easy, because by the time you hit really high stacks, executes are hitting for like 4 million. But you're never going to get that high in raid, because it takes like 6 to 7 minutes to stack your execute up high enough to do that sort of damage. No execute phases go that long. Blizzard, you need to make this stack faster, the damage buff. Put a hard cap on it. I mean, shit, we were saying that a long time ago in beta, but you know, whatever. So all I'm going to do is play around with this on the dummy and stack it up as fairly high, and you better see what I'm doing. There's a lot to think about, so I'll be sort of mumbling. This is the best way I could explain it. But that's how I how I do this. So first you want to get the dummy low enough that you can execute. So let's beat it up. Rah. Come on. Almost there. Come on. Almost there. Alright, we're there. Let's start pumping in some executes. I want to be enraged. Now I want to execute. My rage is going to fall off, but I still need to execute. I still need to execute. Free rampage. But I need the rage. Execute, execute. Shit, should have enraged myself first. Execute. 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 I'm enraged. Execute. Bring in rage back. Execute. Bring in rage back. Execute. Bloodthirst. Execute. Bring the rage back. Execute. Execute. Bring some rage back. Execute. Free execute. Yeah. Still got a free execute, but I don't really want to use it, but I'm going to have to now. I'm not enraged, so I'm only using 1 to maintain the buff. Now I'm going to pump them in. 3. Get my enrage back up. Put a bloodthirst in as well. Execute. Execute. I'm not enraged. Only 1 to keep the buff going. Only 1 to keep the buff going. Enrage myself. Get a free 1 and back to back it. I'm not enraged, so I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to pump him in. Now I want to be enraged. Execute. 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 I need to be enraged again. I am. Oh shit, I am. There you go. I'm not enraged. Now I am. Execute. Execute. Might spend 1, then enrage myself. Then I'm going to execute. You're always chasing your enrage buff and making sure your Juggernaut doesn't fall off. That's, I have to execute because I'm going to lose the buff. Again, I'm going to lose the buff. Execute, execute, bloodthirst, execute, execute. Get the buff, get enrage back, execute, get the buff back. That would, come on, yeah. It's great when you get sudden death procs and your enrage is up. I'm getting really high on rage, so I'm playing that in. Not enraged. And I just made the cardinal sin. The cardinal sin is using a proper rampage during execute phase. You never want to do it. My weak auras show that's my free rampage, that's my normal rampage. I'm going to change my... Oh shit, I lost the buffs. What a moron. I'm going to change my UI. So this one's not lit up. So when I've got the shiny this one, that's when I'm going to do it. But actually I'm not that upset that that dropped off. Everybody should experience really high execute stacks on the dummy themselves. When you get to 99 stacks, you'll be getting 4 million executes and stuff. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, this is how I do it. Alright. It's all about maintaining this, not dropping this, pumping them in when you've got your enrage up. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And if you can get all that stuff in your mind and working, you'll have a good time with this. I'll leave you with that. And have some good time with this. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. That's all I wanted to show. So, enjoy. 1.7 mil was the highest. Yeah. Cheers.